I was trying to explain to my kids the concept of a patriarchy and a matriarchy. And we managed to come up with a really good analogy of really simplifying the entire concept. So on my little farm, I have 2 different chicken coops. On each side, there is a group of hens with 1 rooster. This side, the rooster of this big boy here, his name is T-Rex. Now T-Rex was raised in a group where there were slightly more roosters than hens. And that group was extremely competitive. And the most aggressive rooster was the one who got first dibs on food, first dibs on water, first dibs on sleeping space. And that was the environment in which T-Rex was raised. And that is the lens through which he sees the world. For him, everything is a competition, and he needs to be the dominant rooster. Now, if suddenly, magically, one day, my chickens developed the ability to have language and to make laws and form government and form religion, on this side, it would be T-Rex who would decide what all of that would look like. He would build the language, he would build the religion, he would build the government, and he would build it in such a way as to protect his interests, because he is competitive and because he is aggressive. So everything would be about securing his access to food, his access to water, and his access to the hens, because to him, the hens are a resource. They're not his equals, they are a resource. Now, on this side of the fence, things are a little bit different. The rooster on this side is this boy over here. His name is Penguin. Penguin's a little bit older than T-Rex, and Penguin was raised at a time when I had no roosters at all, and the hens together raised him. So he didn't learn to be competitive with the other males for the resources. What he learned was what the hens taught him, which was to respect the hens. And he does. He respects the hens. If I bring a big fat juicy worm and throw it in here, he will come, he will check out and make sure it's safe, and then he will call the hens and let them eat it first. When the hens are in the nesting boxes and they have a complaint about the condition of the nesting boxes, he will come and he will investigate and he will check it out and he will see what's going on that the hen is complaining about. He sees the hens as his equals, as other living creatures who should be respected and taken care of. And he does not dominate. He does not get first access to the food. He does not get first access to the water. He does not get first access to the perch. And he does not get guaranteed access to the hens. He asks them politely if he can mate with them. He does a little dance with his leg and his wing. And the hens permit him to mate with them. So if these chickens over here suddenly developed a prefrontal cortex and could have language and religion and government, who would be the one making the rules over here? It wouldn't be Penguin unilaterally. They would make the rules all together as a group. And what would they prioritize? They would prioritize that everyone got access to food and water. They would prioritize that the nesting boxes be clean and available when they needed them. They would prioritize that they all get a chance to scratch and to eat. It would be completely different rules on this side than it would be on the other side, because they're just not competitive the way that T-Rex is. Now I have one more rooster on my farm. This guy in here, his name is Oreo. And you might notice Oreo has a limp. He was raised with some meat chickens. He was given to us accidentally in the wrong group of chickens. So he was with the meat chickens, which is a non-competitive environment. But when they went to the butcher, we needed to find a place for him. So we put him in with T-Rex. And T-Rex fosters a competitive and aggressive environment. And this poor fellow, in just 4 months with T-Rex, got turned into an aggressive rooster. And in fact, he is injured because of that aggressive environment. So I removed him from T-Rex's side and I put him over here with Penguin, but it was too late. He was now aggressive and now he bullies Penguin. If he's in with T-Rex, he gets bullied, but if he's in with Penguin, he's the one doing the bullying. And this is what women are talking about when we say that the patriarchy is not good for men either, because T-Rex has to constantly be vigilant to make sure that no one is going to steal his spot. And Penguin is constantly running because he doesn't want to be violent and he doesn't want to live in a violent environment. And this poor fellow in here, Oreo, he's just scrambling to try to figure out what the rules are, and the rules do not benefit him. On the matriarchy side, everyone gets a fair shake. On the patriarchy side, only the most aggressive and dominant male gets what he wants. Which side would you rather live on? The side where everyone gets something, or the side where only one person gets everything?